coming up on the road, this is the road in and out. The rest of the roads are Jeep roads. There's old mining roads. But you can see what it kind of looks like. There are parts of the road that are rocky. There's other parts that are great. But you definitely don't want to bring, if you bring a two-wheel drive vehicle, you don't want to park near the beach. It's sandy. People were getting stuck in the sand. They were spinning their tires trying to turn around. And even on four-wheel drive, it's easy to get stuck almost. A couple times I spun, but I got out of it. Like I said, I have a four-wheel high-clearance vehicle. But I've seen 2 different vehicles get stuck. So it's very, this road is fine. But there are parts of the road that have, see these stones? Giant potholes. And half of the road might have a couple giant rocks that you gotta roll over or go around. But going up to Burnside Lake, it's about 5 to 7 miles, and then it comes on out to down into a lake basin, and there's sand or decomposed granite, so that's what causes you to get stuck, because you start going downhill. There's animal tracks, and it gets real sandy, and there's potholes filled with this soft sand, and you just spin and spin. So just a tip, anybody going up to Burnside, try to play it safe. Bring the proper vehicle. Somebody had gotten stuck up here. I guess they want to try their new vehicle out. Didn't bring any extra preparations. Became stuck. A storm came. Dropped snow. They didn't get out of the area. The guy died. And I hate talking about it. It depresses me to know that just, your lack of preparation, that's the difference. If you bought extra warm clothing and gloves and a hat, it's in December, it could snow 3 feet in an hour if you're up in the high Sierras. And just because it's not snowing now doesn't mean in an hour the weather's not gonna really heating up. Not even heating. We're talking, full out blizzard. And it can happen, and you could freeze to death or get stuck in an avalanche zone if you don't know where to look. But I'm telling you, man, people die all the time in these mountains. They don't bring proper supplies or equipment to dig themselves out. There was people had pushed the ones that were stuck, but it would take like 8 guys to push. So do not, in the cooler months, do not come here and not expect to get stuck. Bring yourself a grill. Make sure if you're stuck for the night, you find some rocks to hide up in. Build yourself a fire. Survive, man. Don't die. Don't let the Burnside Lake area kill you. I found out that there's lots of cliffs. I found out there's the Hermit encampment. He's fine. He's waiting. I found out the Hermit encampment was weird. Look. See, that kind of looks like a print, but I seen something running on 2 legs up in the meadow south of Burnside Lake, and Jarrod on the west end of Burnside Lake seen something walking on 2 legs, and it kind of just lumbered off into the forest, which is quite common with most Bigfoot. They don't even run. They just lumber away slowly. That way there's no, we're not going to chase it. If it starts running, it might give away to a chase for a dog or even us. Might be like, let's chase it. But he said it was banging. He banged back. It checked him out and it took off in the woods. I wish he had my camera. I'm telling you, these things are real. They exist up here. Anyways, I guess I should say we're almost at Burnside Lake. We're just hiking down the Jeep road. Here's the turnoff here. Not for the lake, but this road will take you around the rim of the lake. But we're going to continue on. Just so those trees is the lake. Actually, I could see the lake from here, not see it. But there's woods. Through those woods, the backside hill, that's what overshadows the lake. So we got less than a mile back to camp, and I'm gonna start up a fire, and we're gonna cook some hot dogs, have some macaroni salad, maybe shoot the arrow, shoot the guns, hell, play a little football, who knows. We're not in any rush. It's still early today. It's only like 1 o'clock. So I told Tammy I'll probably be around 1 o'clock to come back and cook. But this is a great trip. It was a well worth hike. Like I said, the woods are very strange. The screams last night I heard, those don't match up. I mean, it could have been a Bigfoot and a bunch of coyotes. Maybe Bigfoot was chasing the coyotes and captured one, and that's what we heard, is one of the coyotes being killed. But I'm open to options. You know, I found a Bigfoot track here my first time. This time Jarrod found some major stool. The piles were huge. I've seen a lot of mountain lion scat. I've never seen a pile that large, and it usually doesn't come out in round clumps like that. I'm thinking that could possibly be some Bigfoot stool. And if it is, we should have took samples, but it has to be DNA tested right away. If it's too hard and old, you cannot get DNA out of it. So that was hard and old, so no sense in getting samples. You can see all the roads that go off. There was a peak I was trying to get a hold of over here. Trees are blocking it, but it has huge cliffs. I just could not get that picture of that peak. But there's another peak that me and Jarrod worked our way towards, and that peak, beautiful cliffs on the side, brown cliffs, and I got a nice picture, you know. So there's the Jeep trail we would have followed down. See where the guy was, just up there. These Jeep trails will take you up to Hawkins Peak. Actually, I can see Hawkins through the trees. Me and Jarrod actually made it maybe a quarter way up. So it is doable. Jarrod, we could actually make it in cooler weather to that peak. Yeah. But it just have to be much cooler when it's less hot out, so that we don't over sweat going to the top. But we could make it. Maybe in a year or two. Come back, I'll take the Jeep up. We just hike the rest of the way. Easy, maybe easy 3-4 hour hike there and back. Here's an open area here. The lake's starting to the left. Just to this left is where the lake begins. But you can see, folks, it's very primitive back here. We had the dog with us. You know, I always operate a special thing on our site that advertises certain rescues and to save gladiator and pit bull dogs. He's a gladiator, American bulldog, pit bull mix. Maybe, I forgot what they call them. Staffordshires, or however Tammy describes it. But it's a type of dog that is similar to a pit bull. They have huge heads, and they have black and white also, so they're all part of the gladiator breed. What's it say? No hunting, no trespassing?
Oh, I'm trespassing.
Look at that. But the road's public.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. Come here.
Well, we're Bigfoot hunting, but we're not killing.
Do you Bigfoot hunting?
Woo! That was funny. No, you change up the vocalizations, get them high pitch and stuff,
yeah.
And it gets their interest. They look around, and then sometimes they scream back because they're curious. Or like,
what was that?
Like, oh, that's Lord Rick again. We've heard him hiking up in these parts many times, screaming and howling.
You're like, why is he always yelling at us?
Yeah, there's an old mining road. This is not it, but the one with the gate up there. There's one with a gate, and you just go down it like a little ways. I might stop on the way home today. Going back, I'll stop. I want to see if there's any old, like, machinery from the mining days. Maybe even a mine to go inside and look around. Mm-hmm. There's a shotgun shell up here. Yep. I heard someone blowing shotguns Saturday night
Yeah, Saturday.
when we were up on the hill or mountain? Bam, bam, bam.
No, yeah, that was Saturday.
Yeah. One thing I learned, folks, these woods are weird. There's a lot of weird things going on. Like there was something in the woods big moving around when we first got up there looking at the stool, and my dog was just scared. He wouldn't chase it, he just stood there and stared. Must have been something big moving through there, or peeking or watching us.
Big.
Bigfoot encampment, the vocalizations on the peak our first day. Then last night, those scary, horrifying screams, and like something was being ripped apart. And you know, even today, Jarrod seeing something walking off on two legs. I seen something that was black on two legs too near the lake. About 150 feet through the woods, there's a meadow. The creek hardly flows through, it's dying, but there's a lot of high brush and there's a lot of wood surrounding the meadow. And in between the trees entering the woods, I seen something move between the trees. And when it got behind the bigger tree, it was gone. It just disappeared. Maybe these things can just disappear at a whim.
Visibility.
Well, they'll leave tracks, and the tracks will end after one or two tracks. They're just gone, vanished.
Yeah.
Like they just went invisible. But anyways, we're taking the road less traveled. This is Lord Rick. This is mainly our team. Rascal, Jarrod.
Oh, man.
Well, man, you're up close on Lord Rick camera. But anyways, we got Rascal. And then, of course, if I take this off of me, hold on. Ugh. I see the lake coming up.
Yeah. And then you.
I'm gonna wait. And of course we got Jarrod and Rascal, and then we got me. I probably don't look so great after hiking for 3 days straight, but I'll tell you what, it was well worth it. I go home, I take a shower, watch Hell on Wheels, I taped it under the dome, kick my feet up, smoke a couple cigars, you know. I'll go to dinner. We'll go to stop at a restaurant tonight, go pick up dinner. Bring maybe some tacos home or something. Huh? You like tacos?
Yeah, not really. I like burritos.
Well, you could always get a burrito, right?
Yeah. Good.
Spider-Man! Make sure nothing's looking through the woods at us. What is that, a cross? Oh, it looked like a cross. Make the crucifix, man. Keep the vampires away.
I got this. Stay on the road.
It'll never stay. It might in the middle if you put it in the middle.
Just go like that. And then we can this.
I want to try your BB gun out, man. The Magnum.
Yeah.
I got Target for it.
I give up.
Here, you hold it.
Alright.
Oh, film me. Get back, though. I'll do it. Watch. I'm like the grave digger, okay? I should be working in a graveyard digging graves. I can make homemade graves. Now, what we do is we put it up against a tree.
It's raining.
Is it raining?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Look.
You made it.
I just made the cross, man. Peace.
Peace.
No. Rock. Let's rock. That's what it is. We're squatching and rocking. We're squatching and rocking. Thanks, everybody, for your support. Just want to say peace. Check us out. www.paranormalghostsociety.org. It's time to go have some fun and shoot some guns and bows and arrows and play cowboys and Indians. I'm out of here. See you on the next expedition.